Hi guys, my name's Shaky Nan. Sometimes I'm known as Nicole now. Today I have a lot of new followers, so today I wanted to explain my ET life story and also why I am doing what I'm doing. So I was born with ET. I asked my mum when she remembered my earliest memory of my shaking, and she said to me when I was a toddler, if nervous or scary things happened, she would see my body quiver. And from then on, I have had essential tremor. When I was a young child, my grandmother, my dad's mum, shook, but she was never diagnosed, so we never associated my shaking with her because she was old. We thought she shook because she was old. I was only a toddler. There's no way we associated our shaking together without her being diagnosed. School was tough. I got bullied a lot through school because of my shaking. My handwriting used to change every day because I'd be trying to grip that pen a different way every day to try and write in my books. I used to get downgraded in marks because of my bookwork, unfortunately, because I have beautiful writing when I don't tremor. But I did, so my handwriting was all over the place all the time. When I left school, getting a job was challenging for me. When I worked in a couple of banks and when the customers started noticing my tremors and it got too embarrassing for me, it was time to leave that job and move on. Once in the next job it got too embarrassing for me, it was time to move on again. I got married young at first, when I was 19, and had my 3 children pretty quick with my first husband. Then we separated when my youngest was 3. Now, I didn't even think having kids about my shaking. To me, all my life, I'd been a nervous child and nervous person. So after I'd split from my first husband, I met Shane. And the first night I met Shane, I said, don't worry about my shaking, I'm just a nervous person. And he said, I thought you were just excited to see me. Yes, it was that, but I do shake. Now, when I was 27, I went to a neurologist for something else, and she asked me for the first time in my life, why do you shake? No other doctors. Now, I grew up in the 70s with 3 siblings. We were always outside hurting ourselves, always at the doctors or hospitals. No doctor ever asked my parents, why do you shake? When I had my 3 children, no doctors ever asked me, why do you shake? So finally, at 27, I was diagnosed with essential tremor. My neurologist said to me when I went back for the results, she said, you have essential tremor. It's where your body finds it essential to tremor. And to me, that was a pretty cool explanation. I use that still to this day. When people ask, I have essential tremor, it's where my body finds it essential to tremor. After that, I had another child. Shane and I had one together, and then it eventually happened when my kids, all one by one, came home from school and said to me, good on you, Mum, I've got your shakes. I'm shaking too now. It broke my heart when they did start to shake, but I said to them, oh, you'll be right, Dale, I can live with it, you can live with it too. I still didn't realise it was hereditary, even though my nan had it. In my teenage years, or in my younger brother's teenage years, he got it as well. He started shaking. We still didn't associate his shaking with mine. Now my parents have it as well, and all my 4 children. So for a lot of years, I gave up a lot of things. Once I was diagnosed, I'm grateful that I wasn't diagnosed as a child, because up until 27, if I wanted to do something, I had to do it. I had to find my way to do it. I was a nervous person. It shouldn't stop me. Get in there and do it. Once I was diagnosed, I started to give things up. I had a reason to give things up. I had an excuse. oh no, my tremors are too bad today, I can't do that today. So for a lot of years, for nearly 15 years or more, I hid away. I started to turn down invites. I started to not want to go many places. For me to go down to the shops to get milk and bread was hard for me each day. I was a hermit. I loved staying at home. And it got me into a pattern where it was harder and harder to walk out that door to go to things. When I was turning 49, it was COVID lockdown, and I thought, this is wrong. You know, I loved lockdown. There were no invites coming. There were no, no drop-ins from anyone that you weren't expecting to drop in. I loved COVID, and I thought, this is wrong. The rest of the world hated COVID, and I loved it. This is wrong. I need to get my life back, but how do I do it? So I was watching because around the world, people were starting to put their stories up on social media sites because of the lockdown, and there was not much else to do. So I thought, right, put your story out there. At least a few videos to friends and family to help them understand why I shake like this. And then at least you'll get it out to that many people. So I started Shaky Nan, the ultimate name for it. My granddaughter called me Shaky Nan because she didn't like me brushing her hair. When I was brushing her hair, I would make her head shake and she'd say, no, I don't want you brushing my hair because you're a Shaky Nan. I don't want you brushing my hair. So Shaky Nan was the name for it. My mum actually had a great-grandmother known as Shaky Nan as well. So I'm the second Shaky Nan in our family. But this one went out. It went out around the world, and I started finding ETs all over the world and being able to help ETs. And even in these last couple of weeks, I've found so many new ETs on my TikTok lives. I do TikTok lives twice a day, most days of the week, at midday Sydney, Australia time and at 8:30 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. And even a couple of days ago, I got a beautiful letter saying, thank you, Nan. I finally got diagnosed properly because of you. You know, this is what makes me do this. And when, even last year, I found the Villenball company from Lithuania found me through my videos. The Villenball did help me, but I missed this. I missed the finding the new ETs. I missed talking about ET. This is my journey now, to put ET out there until it's known around the world. And I'm slowly getting it out there. But I need your help, guys. We need to put it out there even more. You know, if you saw my video last week of eating, imagine eating out in public. If that was just at my desk, home alone eating. You know, we need this help. We need it out there. And I will continue with these videos until we do get it out there. There are millions and millions of us. Essential tremor is the most common movement disorder in the world. It's 8 to 10 times more common than Parkinson's. We need it known. So I hope that helped you understand my story of ET. I am a lifer. I'm grateful that I am a lifer because to the ET is getting at midlife. It breaks my heart for you. Yous have known a life without it. I haven't. This has been my life all my life. But you guys have known a life without it, and you have to give up a lot. But please don't give up too much. Don't give up your life like I did before I started putting it out. Before I started Shaky Nan, I would never talk about ET. And now you can't shut me up about it. Because finding that one extra person even each day and letting them know about it means one more person around the world has found out about ET. I love you all, guys. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you all again next week. Bye for now, my friends.